Okay, Mikey. I just wanted to show you um, the model when we talk about the flying wedge and the flying wedge drill. The big the big image you see on the left is a guy named Mike Bennett, and he's the him and another guy named Andy Plummer are the stack and tilt guys. Um, I work with the probably, arguably their number one guy right under them, a guy named Nick Clearwater. And at some point, I want you to meet him and have him take a look at your swing. And but what I want to show you is what impact should look like. And I'm just gonna play Mike back and just let you take a look at his swing. And he goes all the way just past. Actually, he goes to the top of his swing, and then he swing. He basically goes from P4 to P8, and that position that you see him holding right there, that's position 8, or when the club's pretty much parallel to the ground. And pay attention to how his legs work on this. His hips lead this swing. I mean, I know the focus is on the flat left wrist and the bent right wrist, but just really pay attention right in this area. See how they work lateral and then they rotate? Okay. I'm going to go back and I'm just going to draw a straight line. Yeah, pretty much right there on his hip. Okay. He stays right on it. And then he slides past it. I say slide, bumps, whatever. His knees are working toward the target. See how his right knee comes in there and bumps his left knee? And his right ankle rolls down to the ground. Alright. Elbow never really gets off his side very far. So it gets right on his hip and it gets actually right a little bit in front of it. Okay. And although it looks like his arms are racing by past his torso, they're really just kind of staying in front of it. He never loses his number 4 pressure point. Number 4 is right under the left armpit. Number 4. And if you look, nice bent left wrist, flat. Nice bent right wrist, flat left wrist. In fact, he even bows it out just a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to play him back to impact. Clear this screen up a little bit. Alright. And remember when I've said this 100 times, the fastest point of the swing is when that club is straight. It's in a straight line with the left arm. And for Mike, that's impact. Alright, now if you look over to the right, the top image, when we got finished with our evaluation, I wanted to see how you were going to chip off a concrete, basically, and that's what that is. Alright. And first thing I want you to look at is look how strong your left hand was. The back of your left hand, it's not pointing to me, but it's pretty close. Pretty close. Okay. Okay. And this is just a little chip. So really, there's not enough speed here for you to not be able to keep your straight line. So what do you do? Okay. So look at your right wrist, dead straight. Look at your left wrist, bent. Should be just the opposite. I'm going to put a loop on this. I'm just going to play it through a few times and just let you look at it. Watch your elbow come up. See how you bend it and pull it up to your side in almost a mini chicken wing? All right, this is you trying to give yourself room to swing, because when you lose your angle on your right wrist, you make the club longer. Okay, so you can either chicken wing it or come up out of your posture, one of those two things. Setup's pretty good. Okay, I'd probably bring the foot. Remember how we talked about square the feet up, and then just take both of your feet and tilt or open them toward the target about 10-15 degrees. Um, it's not so much. I mean, you want to be just a little bit open. You don't want to. You've overcooked it a little bit right there. But I want to make sure you put yourself in a position to keep your weight on your left leg. All right. So look at down here at the bottom. What we did the other night. So look. See, and now there's a little speed involved here. And just see how your arms, they're racing right past your lower body. I mean, you're literally hitting this with your right hand and scooping. And I know this makes you sick to look at it, but just like an alcoholic, you got to admit you have to admit you have a problem before you can fix it. Okay, so I'm going to send this one through to you. For some reason, I don't have a down the line shot from last year, so I'm going to use another one. All right.